Elon Musk announces major new updates for the Boring Company. We have new updates from the Boring firm and their first Hyperloop test on today's episode. For the time being, Giga Shanghai is back on schedule. Tesla Model Y manufacturing continues. SpaceX starts building a spaceship factory in South Texas. Elon Musk buys Twitter, and a self-driving Tesla crashes into a plane. Hey everyone, and welcome to Tesla News, where we bring you the newest and best updates about Tesla and Elon Musk. For daily videos, please consider subscribing to our channel. The Boring business has received approximately $675 million in new funding to extend their subterranean infrastructure initiative and launch the Hyperloop, a revolutionary high-speed transit system. A series of investors were able to back the Boring firm during their Series C investment round, pushing the company's valuation to around $5.7 billion, according to the press statement. According to representatives, the funds will be utilized to run the company's new ProofRock high-powered boring machine. ProofRock is a next-generation tunnel boring equipment that can complete huge infrastructure projects in weeks rather than years, at a fraction of the cost. ProofRock's newest form, dubbed ProofRock, is designed to mine at up to 1 mile per week, meaning a tunnel the length of the Las Vegas Strip could be completed in weeks. If each ProofRock 2 mine at least 1 mile per week, the TBC develops one new ProofRock machine per month. The Boring Company will be adding 600 miles of capacity each year in the near future. As a reference point, in the previous 20 years, less than 20 miles of underground subway tunnel have been built in the United States. The first usage of this machine will most likely be as part of the Las Vegas Convention Center Loop, which is presently undergoing a large expansion to reach the city's downtown core. Cities in California, Florida, and Texas are all in talks with the Boring business about new loop systems. This is fantastic news, but it gets even better since the firm is talking about deploying a totally new high-speed transit technology that has been discussed for years but never deployed. In a recent tweet, the company revealed that full-scale Hyperloop testing would commence. Elon has been riffing on the Hyperloop concept in his Twitter replies this year prior to the formal tweet, saying that, from a known physics standpoint, this is the fastest conceivable way of going from one city center to another for distances less than around 2,000 miles. The Hyperloop is a high-speed public transportation system that employs vacuum tubes to transfer passengers without friction. Because there is no air in the Hyperloop and hence no wind resistance, passengers would be seated in autonomous cars, then rocketed through the sealed tubes. According to the Boring business, a projected Washington, D.C. to New York City track will take less than 30 minutes and reach speeds of nearly 600 miles per hour. The concept of a Hyperloop has been around for quite some time. Richard Branson's Virgin Group has been developing their own Hyperloop system since 2014 and was able to undertake a reduced-scale test in 2020. Elon Musk published a 60-page document on his concept for a Tesla and SpaceX partnership Hyperloop even before he created the Boring Company. In a vacuum tube, 2 employees traveled 500 meters in 6.25 seconds, achieving a speed of 102 miles per hour. Virgin, on the other hand, declared barely a month ago that they will forsake the Hyperloop system for human transportation, instead opting to pursue the project as a way to convey freight rather than people. It will be a tremendous breakthrough if the Dell Corporation can pull this off, because Hyperloop would substantially reduce our demand for short-duration journeys and enormously populating jet planes. It will do more to reduce emissions and combat climate change than electric automobiles ever could. Tesla's gigafactories are all ramping up production in different ways right now in Shanghai, each attempting to overcome their own unique hurdles. On April 19th, almost 8,000 workers were ultimately recalled to the plant, and within a week, the mill was working well enough to start manufacturing roughly 1,000 units per day, which is about half of the plant's pre-shutdown levels, but impressive in the short length of time. Giga Shanghai was enabled to do that because they use a closed-loop system, which is an idea that other businesses in the area are implementing to keep their employees safe from COVID. Essentially, all 8,000 workers will remain on site until the lockdowns are lifted, isolating them from the rest of the population and making quarantine easier in the event of an outbreak. However, given the additional precautions taken and the supply delays we're seeing in Shanghai, it might not be the case. However, from across the Pacific, Giga Texas continues to produce more of the rare and enigmatic 4680-powered Model Ys. The parking lot outside the plant had been filled up with new Model Ys in almost every color in the Tesla portfolio, with the exception of the Midnight Silver. Tesla recently announced during its Q1 2022 earnings call that it aims to use 2170 cells in its Austin production lines, in addition to the new 4680 cells and structural battery packs. We have no idea how many automobiles Giga Texas will produce in a day or week later this year, or even what the specifications will be. They could be the basic dual motor that was only available to Tesla employees at the Cyber Rodeo. These might be something completely different that is intended for customers. A new facility might take 9 months to a year to reach volume production, according to Elon Musk. Tesla is expecting to produce 1.5 million vehicles in 2022, according to reports. As a result, it's amazing to see that the numbers from all the Gigafactories continue to rise. Elon Musk's new Starship manufacturing plant in South Texas has been photographed. Starbase's production plant is now housed in these large tents known as spring structures. It's effectively the same thing they use to produce the Model 3 and Model Y at Tesla's Fremont facility, which we all know isn't the ideal way to build a product and is why Tesla is focusing so much on fully integrated production. The same idea is now being applied to the creation of Starship rockets. New images show massive steel beams and columns being erected on foundations at Starbase, Texas, according to a Tesla-ready source. All of the Starbase tents will be replaced by a single 300,000 square foot building that will be 60 feet tall, 800 feet long, and 400 feet wide. Despite their identical heights, the angled roofs of Starbase tents limit the amount of space accessible for ring assembly. While this is all great news for the Starship program at Starbase, we're still waiting to hear about the future of the rocket launches from the South Texas facility. The FAA approval is supposed to come any day now, but I have yet to hear from a single person who believes it will actually happen this time. More than likely, we're looking at another month of delay, and given the current state of booster and chip production and testing, probably a couple of months. Elon Musk made a massive stock purchase, giving him the company's largest individual share, and experimented with joining the board of directors, but was not welcomed warmly. A previous contract for Elon Musk to purchase Twitter was correspondingly scuttled by the board when they implemented a poison pill measure to prevent Musk from buying the company by allowing certain shareholders to buy more stock quickly, preventing Musk from buying the company without board approval. Elon Musk gathered some assets and made an offer to buy the company outright, which the board of directors has reportedly accepted. Musk has purchased $54.20 shares of Twitter and 20 for a reported $44 billion total. For reference, Giga Texas cost just over $1 billion. Elon has claimed that his overall investment in Tesla's Texas operations will be roughly $10 billion, or even less than a fraction of his cost of Twitter. Elon Musk has been a vocal critic of Twitter's moderation, noting in an interview that he believes free speech is critical on widely used platforms like Twitter, saying, "It's just really important that people have the reality and perception that they are able to speak freely within the bounds of the law." So this was all. Add your thoughts in the comments section below. Also like, subscribe, and share our channel, and stay tuned with us till our next video. We will see you soon with our next video, so be with us and go watch Elon Musk just revealed the insane new $5,000 Tesla car video on your left to see some positive aspects about it as well. Or you can also watch Tesla Model Y 4680 battery will change everything on your right and learn more about the Tesla world. Thank you so much for watching.